Let's talk about the books that changed my life. First up, we've got the Magnolia Parks universe, but specifically Into the Dark and Daisy Hates. The entire series, it all changed my life, but Daisy Hates and Into the Dark are reason why I can even read romance. And they're not even like normal romance books. I couldn't even explain to you what they are about. It's really just something you have to read. Popular for a reason, okay? They are so good, and my life would not be the same if I hadn't read these. Red Rising trilogy, but specifically Morning Star. Morning Star is one of the best books I've ever read. I think it is one of the only books I've ever read where I genuinely would not change a single thing, and the way that it wrapped everything up was just perfect. I loved it. I couldn't have a list without mentioning Throne of Glass. Well, it is just my favorite series of all time. It also is the series that got me into reading, and yeah, that changed my life. Because if I hadn't started reading these, I don't know if I would be reading right now, and I love them so, so much. Talking about specific books, I'm talking about Kingdom of Ash, Heir of Fire, and Queen of Shadows. Queen of Shadows is the best. This is probably an unpopular one, but Zodiac Academy, specifically Shadow Princess and Heartless Sky, series gets so much hate. I don't care. It's one of my favorite of all time. It is the only series out there that is like it, okay? You will read it and you will never have an experience like it again, I guarantee you, because it is just that insane. Changed my life because if I had never met these characters, I would be a different person. Also, I started running because of Tori, and I wouldn't be a runner if I hadn't read these probably. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, this is the only book to ever exist as far as I'm concerned. This book taught me hope like no other book ever has, and I love it so much for that. And we've got The 7-Year Slip. I know I talk about this all the time. This changed my life because me an outlet to deal with grief that I have buried and not thought about in years. It honestly helps me relive it, but in a way that I felt like I could come out the other side healed. A lot of people, every time I mention this book, saying, "Oh, this was my least favorite book of the year. Why is that your favorite? What? Blah, 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 blah." That's fine for you, but this book meant something to me that I feel like it just couldn't mean to other people unless they've been through some of the things that happened in this book. This book changed my life. I don't have a deep reason for this one, but Happy Place. I just love this book so much. I'm sorry. Got Powerless. This one taught me how to like friends to lovers. I was a big friends to lovers hater, and if I saw that as one of the tropes, I would never read a book. This one taught me how to love it, and I have loved many friends to lovers since. Also, it introduced me to my husband, Jasper, so obviously that changed my life. We've got the Shepherd King duology. It changed my life because it showed me the blueprint for fantasy, but it also introduced me to my other husband, Raven, and without him, I would be nothing. Lastly, we've got The Boys of Tommen, but specifically Joey's books. Taught me how to love characters so much that are literally words on paper, but I thought they were real. So